Have you ever felt like you are stuck in a season of waiting, wondering if God hears your prayers? It is one of the hardest human experiences watching others move forward while your own situation remains unchanged. But the Bible reveals that waiting is never wasted time. In God's economy, the waiting room is actually a classroom. Today, we will discover 10 powerful lessons that reveal what happens spiritually, emotionally, and practically when you hand the timeline of your life over to the Creator. Lesson 1. Waiting renews your spiritual strength. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40-31. When we try to force doors open in our own timing, we end up exhausted and burned out. This lesson teaches us that waiting on God isn't passive sitting. It is an active resting. When you choose to wait on His perfect cue, He replaces your fragile human energy with His supernatural strength. You will find yourself enduring hardships with a strange, beautiful resilience that surprises even you. Lesson 2. God works behind the scenes while you wait. Since ancient times, no one has heard, no ear has perceived, no eye has seen any God besides you, who acts on behalf of those who wait for Him. Isaiah 64-4. Just because God is silent does not mean He is still. While you are waiting for the relationship, the job, or the healing, God is aligning details across the globe that you cannot see. He is preparing the hearts of others, closing dangerous pathways you would have walked down, and setting up a resolution far better than what you originally asked for. Trusting His timing means trusting His hidden craftsmanship. Lesson 3. His timing protects us from unseen dangers. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in Him, to the one who seeks Him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. Lamentations 3:20, 5:2-6. We often grieve over delayed plans, but we rarely thank God for the disasters His delays protected us from. An early blessing can easily become a burden if we aren't mature enough to carry it. When God makes you wait, it is often His mercy insulating you from a trap or a heartbreak that you are currently blind to. Lesson 4. Waiting develops flawless character. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. James 1-4. God cares far more about your character than your comfort. If He gave you everything you wanted the second you asked for it, you would become spiritually spoiled and fragile. The delay is the fire that burns away pride, self-reliance, and impulsiveness. When the blessing finally arrives in His perfect timing, you will have the spiritual maturity required to manage it well. Lesson 5. God's timeline is never late. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Habakkuk 2-3. In our hyper-connected, instant gratification world, a delay feels like a denial. But God does not operate on a human calendar. He is never early, and He is never late. He is always exactly on time. When the appointed time arrives, the breakthrough will happen with absolute certainty. Let go of your self-imposed deadlines. Lesson 6. Trusting His timing brings supernatural peace. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for Him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way. Psalm 37-7. Anxiety happens when you try to figure out the next 10 years all at once. True peace arrives the moment you tell God, I don't know how this will end, but I trust your calendar. When you rest in Him, you stop comparing your timeline to the timelines of the people around you. Lesson 7. He makes everything beautiful in His season. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. If you pick a fruit before it is ripe, it tastes bitter. But if you wait until the harvest season, it is sweet and nourishing. The same is true for God's promises. A good thing handed to you in the wrong season can cause absolute chaos. Wait for His season, because when He finally knits the pieces of your story together, the result will be completely beautiful. Lesson 8. Waiting tests and refines your faith. In this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while, if need be, you have been grieved by various trials, that the genuineness of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perishes, may be found to praise, honor, and glory. One paragraph from 1 Peter 1 to 6 to 7. It is incredibly easy to have faith when everything is running smoothly, but the true test of your faith is how you behave when God says, "Not yet." Will you still worship Him? Will you still serve others? Trusting His timing proves to the spiritual realm and to yourself that you love the giver more than you love the gift. Lesson 9. Jesus is the ultimate example of perfect timing. But when the fullness of the time had come, God sent forth His Son. Galatians 4:4. For thousands of years, the world groaned for a Savior. Generation after generation waited in the dark. Yet, Christ did not arrive a moment before the fullness of time. God waited for the exact historical, political, and spiritual moment to send His Son so that the gospel could reach the ends of the earth. If God timed salvation this perfectly, He will time your life perfectly too. Lesson 10. The ultimate reward is eternal, and let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. Galatians 6-9. Our final lesson reminds us that the ultimate clock we are watching is not an earthly one. The struggles, delays, and waiting rooms of this life are incredibly brief when compared to eternity. Do not lose heart. Your due season is coming, and it stretches far beyond the horizons of this world into eternal fellowship with Him. As we look back across these 10 lessons, remember this: waiting is not an absence of God's love. It is proof of His careful planning. If you are exhausted from trying to force things to happen on your own timeline today, take a deep breath and surrender your calendar to the Lord. If this message brought peace to your heart during a difficult season of waiting, please consider sharing it with a friend who might be struggling right now. May the grace, patience, and perfect peace of God guard your heart today and always. I'll see you in the next video.